Well, I started to do judo when I was 9 years old. Actually, the reason why judo is because, let's say, all my family was involved in judo. And two my older brothers, they was doing judo. One of them, the older one, was the coach in the club. And also the second one, Agron, he started to do judo. And it was not easy to catch me and send to dojo because I was all my day when I finished school playing with kids. In that time we didn't have iPhones and things, so after the school we was all day in the street. And then one day I decided to go and do judo, and when I was going there, some kids were stronger than me. They was throwing me, and it was uncomfortable for me because as a kid I was always winner kid. I wanted always to win. And that was the reason then I was going to do judo every day, and just to take some kind of revenge against those kids. So in this way I started to do judo every day, and since then, I mean, I don't know if I have some day without judo. So it's a long time and never stopped doing judo. Well, as a kid, I started to compete immediately. In that time, we had a good system of competition for kids. And after 2-3 years, I started to have good results for kids before cadets. I was one of the most promising judoka in ex-Yugoslavia. And in cadets, I became Yugoslav champion a few times. And every time I became Yugoslav champion in that time, always I was the best athlete of all championship, because I wanted always to win by ippon. And after that, also for juniors, I became, I think, 2 or 3 times ex-Yugoslavia champion. It was not easy because there was, let's say, half of Europe. In this way, we consider if you become a Yugoslav national champion, you was in, let's say, in 5 best athletes in Europe. In 1989, I was in European Championship for juniors. I was 5th place, and it was first time I go out of ex-Yugoslavia. And in 1991, I became medalist of World Cup in Budapest, which was but the biggest result for me. But actually it was first and the last competition for me in that level, because after that all the athletes from Kosovo was going out from ex-Yugoslav national team because of politics in that time, of the Milosevic politics. And in that time the wars started in ex-Yugoslavia, first in Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, and then also in Kosovo and Macedonia. So this is, let's say, my few things of my career, not so big, but when I was kid and when I was cadet and junior, in all tournaments, most of them, I had some period, I don't know now, but I think 3 or 4 years I didn't lose any match. In all tournament I was. So when I decide, as all athletes from Kosovo, to don't compete anymore, it was one of the worst moments of my life, because I was really promising judoka, and I was, let's say, also a candidate for Olympics, because in that time in my category I had a world champion. He was 1989 world champion for seniors. But the coach, national coach in that time, I have some newspapers from 1991 after the Budapest medal. He was saying in some newspapers that the category 71 kilogram now is open because we have some good junior who achieve a very good result. So from this result, he was counting on me like one of the serious candidates for Olympic Games in Barcelona. And I was happy because in European Championships and also in this tournament in Budapest, I used to win against really strong judokas as Smaja, who after that became an Olympic bronze medalist. And also, I don't remember the name, no, he was from Austria, he was Heimberger. In 1992, he became European champion for seniors. And you know, I don't have a huge career, so this is the reason I remember some matches against these people for which in that time I didn't know who they are or something because we didn't have internet. But later, I knew that those persons became really famous in their careers. Well, let's say after 1991, I was always dreaming. 1996, I was thinking that, okay, maybe they will find some solution for athletes from Kosovo. And also in 2000, after the war finished in Kosovo. And always I was dreaming that one day I can compete. But in the end, after the war, I saw that it's not easy anymore because now as a coach, I know that it was impossible, but I didn't know in that time. So I didn't think too much about coaching after I started to coach because we built this dojo because of love of judo. It's our family property, let's say. And I started to build club after the war with some kids who lives near. We have 3 Olympic champions in 300 square meters here. Believe me, if you go to my Linda's house, it's 100 meters. Distria 200 and Nora is 300 meters from here. So all those girls and also Akil and other generations are coming. All they started to do judo after the war just for fun and things. So in that beginning, I didn't think too much about the level in which they are now. But I wanted them just to have in sport, especially in judo. And after that, after 2-3 years, I saw that we have really good kids with a talented one. And then I started to start exploring myself, to build myself as a good coach. And of course, then I started to contact a lot of coaches. And one of the coaches from which I learned much more than all others is the coach of Slovenia, Marian Fabian, who is really a good friend of mine. And now we are really good friends, and now we are working together. But in the beginning, he was one of my reference coach, and I always wanted to be like him, and because he has a strong discipline. He has something which was similar also with the countries, because Slovenia is a small country. Kosovo is also a small country, and he built big results from one club, and I saw that this kind of model I can be, because he make from one club a lot of results with a small group of people. So in some way he inspired me to go for one, and he was the model for me that it's possible to build also in small countries as Kosovo big results. So this was, let's say, some small way through my coaching career. Yeah, I need to say some things which are very important. My Linda built me as a coach, because with her work, with her big desire to make a big results, she pushed me a lot to do a big result. So before, my Linda competes in 2012, and let's say in that time I was beginner as a coach, and a lot of things I didn't have in my control. And then I said to myself, for Olympic Games in Rio, I will try to keep everything in my control in all directions. And my Linda was a different person. My Linda was champion head. She was born to be champion. She has a lot of injuries, and she didn't want to stop. And doctors say to stop. She didn't want to stop. She competes 5-6 years with the big injuries. So working with Melinda before Rio was not easy for me as a coach. I knew what to do. I was trying to do everything. But being a coach of Melinda makes you very confident, because she was strong in her head always. Even with the big problems, she was very strong. And let's say with Nora and Distria, my job was much easier, because let's say that I had some key of the working for Olympic Games. And also for Olympic Games in Rio, Nora was a part, and also Distria. Distria was a sparring partner of Melinda, so let's say they was feeling also Rio Olympic Games and coming to Tokyo and making results. So I think if you compare the work which I did or programs which I make to Melinda, they are, let's say, similar, because I think the way in which we are working, it makes result now. And of course, you know, when you are commander, you need to have a strong soldiers. So in this case, Melinda, Nora and Distria are really strong soldiers. They are commandos, because they achieved from Kosovo, from small country, with not a lot help in the beginning. Now we are in a better position, of course. And they achieved from Kosovo to have a gold Olympic medal. And you know, the Kosovo has no other medals in Olympic Games, and we have 3 gold. And let's say before Olympic Games in Tokyo, I was expecting to have medal, at least one, because I have 5 athletes in top 10 in the world ranking and Olympic ranking. So in this case, I was supposing that one of them must be in a good day, because, and also I think that I know how to do it. I know how to make a good performance and to have my athletes in peak. And it results in the end better than I was thinking. Okay, Melinda's day was not a good day, but it happens, and she had a lot of problems. I exclude from her from Europeans and from Worlds, so I was trying. I was thinking that maybe she will have her day, because let's say, it's important to say now, because now we don't have nothing to hide, that Melinda in January and February and March, she pushed me to stop judo. She didn't want to compete. She said, I can't, a lot of problems, a lot of injuries, surgeries. This is the reason I exclude her from Europeans and from Worlds. I wanted her in Olympics, not only because of her, but I didn't want to disturb the system of working for 4.5 years and stop Melinda, because I was afraid that if she will stop, it will disturb my team, not only Melinda results. Because I think after the Olympic Games, after the Melinda, everything finished, all my athletes, I spoke with her 3 hours. I said, look, if I make you to get all gold medals in every competition, which is possible, this is my mistake if you feel bad, because I didn't want you to stop because of the team. I was feeling that if Melinda stopped in March, it will disturb my team and maybe no medals. So let's say in one way was my decision to don't stop, and working for Rio and working for Tokyo, it was, let's say, some same route to the big medals. In our case, in my case as a coach, I do a lot of things by myself, and it's very important. I don't know if I can make it now with the new generations, but it's very important that I know them very well. All of them, they grow up with me, and I know their mentality. So if we are speaking about many things, I know their head, so I can keep. And also it's important to have, let's say, some psychological side of the team, because as I said before, I was afraid. And when I spoke with the president of federation, because these discussions about Melinda's desire to stop in March was not, it was just between me and her. And when I speak with the president of federation, which is my brother, after the Rio, he was feeling bad because, let's say, my Linda did all medals for us, and we feel her lose very hard, not like with others. He said, yeah, but if she wanted to stop, why didn't you let her to stop? I said, no, because in that case, the team, I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. So this is some kind of my feeling about making them work as a team. And I think when some athletes have to compete, all team must help this athlete. If Linda was and Nora in Olympic Games in Rio 2016, all team must work for them. And also before Olympics in Tokyo, we had 5 athletes, Linda, Distria, Nora, Akil, and Loriana. All my team, everybody must work for them for everything. So this is some kind of our strong side of the team and making results and working everybody for everybody. And before this Olympics game was interesting and strange, not same as before. I use sauna very much because the place in my house when I use sauna is the place in which I am doing also a video analysis. So this time I was in stress because I was thinking before Rio that in Rio I had 2 athletes, but one athlete was, let's say, big favorite for a medal. And here in Tokyo, 5 athletes, top 10, and big chances for each of them to achieve medal. And the stress 5 times more. And in Rio, I was thinking, I must build team and have too much athletes, and then I will be, let's say, more quiet. It's different. It's not the case because 5 athletes, all of them aiming for big results. It was not easy. And when I used to go in sauna, every day I did yoga, I did some meditation, and it works. Because in the last 1.5 months before Olympic Games, I used to do it 3 or 4 times per week. And it was good. I was doing some tactics. I was watching, I didn't do with some professional, but it works and it makes me feel good and confident. And in the front of my athletes, I was so strong. With this kind of things, I was trying to speak also for my athletes, to do sometimes some small meditation and make them feel better and things. But, the best thing for making athletes strong is not the last period. I think that we build confidence with years. And the main thing which I'm saying always to them, and I was saying also before Olympic Games, I was saying that Olympic Games are not stronger than World Championships. It's more important, but not stronger, because in Worlds you can get 2 Japanese or 2 France or strong countries. And I said them that if you manage yourself to think that this competition is same as others, we are just changing the country and the city in which we are competing, but you have the same athletes. And if you manage to win, for example, in 20 competitions in the last 2-3 years, everywhere medal, or at least 90% of competitions you achieve medal, what's the problem now? If after the Rio till Tokyo, there is no competitions, or it was 2 or 3 competitions in which we as a team didn't manage to win medal. But I think there is not even one competition in which we fight 5 of the Olympians, let's say, and we didn't achieve medals. So I said, what's wrong now? Why? You think that I don't know what I'm doing? You know that I know what I'm doing. Because if I say that you will be in a good performance at Europeans, you have to be. Because this is my part of job, so you have to trust me. And this is the way how we build the strength of the, let's say, mentality, or how we build the winner heads of our athletes. So it's not the matter of the small period. In the case of me as a coach, I told you I use some tricks, and my important thing is that I'm doing also training for myself. I'm always trying to do something, and if I'm in a good shape, if I'm doing some things, if I'm running, if I'm playing football or hiking or something, then I'm good. My head is okay, and I'm confident, and I'm ready to do my job. And in the last 1 month and a half before Olympics, I was strong. I was strong because I was ready to speak with each of them for every detail, for everything, for every competitor, for every techniques. So this was making me that I'm okay, I'm doing good my job, and it's not easy. So I hope that now my Linda will come near me and help me, because sometimes I'm a little bit tired and not easy to deal anymore, because I'm not getting young, I'm getting old. So I hope in Paris I will have my Linda and my other assistant together, working together. And for the 2028, I hope to have 10 athletes in Olympic Games and team of coaches. I don't want anymore to deal with all these challenges by myself, not only me, because it's for sure that it's not easy and it's not healthy anymore to do the same as I did in the last 20 years after the war in Kosovo. Well, with Distria, now I can say that I'm happy that I forced her to go in 48, because there was two problems. First of all, I was thinking as a coach that Distria's abilities are much more to have a good result in 48 than in 52. And the second problem was I didn't want to make the concurrence between Distria and Linda for Olympic Games in Tokyo. So in the beginning I had a lot of, let's say, not problems, but not easy way to make her way down. And in some competitions she was doing good, in some others she was not doing good. And let's say sometimes I feel myself very bad when I saw how hard was in the last, especially in the last 6-7 days, when I saw that maybe 2-3 last days she eat just nothing. And nutrition of her was not at all in the way how should be for the big competitions. And I make a very important test for her before World Championship in Budapest, and she was not in a good shape. And then after that, I make 100% control of her for the Olympic Games, and it results good because it was different. Of course, also the World Championships, we was in our way to go up and to be in peak of her performance. So normally when she lost in World Championships, I said her, you had two problems. One, you didn't lose weight properly, how it's good in a good way, and to save muscles, because we are building muscles and performance. And the second thing was that I told her, okay, if you are now in a good shape, you cannot be in a good shape in Olympic Games. So let's say this is World Championships, of course it's important competition, but for us is Olympic Games the most important thing. And it results in the end that I was right. And after the Worlds I said, look, we go tomorrow home, this is nothing, we have training, you don't have to rest. I consider this competition like some kind of station to the Olympic Games. If you cannot imagine the competition of World Championships as competition on our way to Olympics, we don't go. So a lot of things, a lot of problems regarding this category, but in the end now she's Olympic champion, she's happy. She will not blame me, that I push her to go down. And I will see. Now we will see what happened in the future. Now it's her choice. Now she can fight 48, 52, or even 57 if she wants. I don't care. She is Olympic champion. In the case of Nora, let's say that she didn't have this kind of problems with kilograms and things. She didn't have any kind of concurrence in the team for going in Olympics also. And in the last 2 years, Nora has a really good way. Well, Nora as a fighter, if she wins bronze, she is happy. If she wins silver, she is happy. And always I told her before big competitions, okay, you bronze or silver, never gold, because it's enough for you. But now, before Olympic Games, was different, because we knew that she will fight the Japanese in semi-final, and we was well prepared for her. It was 4 or 5-0 for Japanese girl, but all the matches was, let's say, yes, not the win 100%. It was better. It was just small mistakes of Nora. So we was well prepared. And now before Olympics, I told her, okay, we will win Japanese, but you will lose in final. You can get silver. We was joking, of course, because when we go in final, they know me. They know what I want. They know that if they go to final, they must win gold. We are working for that so hard, and they know that when we are in final, we are so motivated to win gold. This is really, if you saw my athletes always in final, they are so motivated. And the way was, let's say, good and stable way. But for Olympics, she was well prepared. If you look on Nora's victory at World Championships, she won bronze medal. But was first bronze medal for Nora at World Championships ever. And when she go out from the competition, she was not happy at all. I mean, not happy. No, she was happy. But the point is that I make them think about Olympics. And she knew that this bronze medal of World Championships is just the step to go up. And I think when I saw her that at World Championships, she managed to win her first ever World Championship medal, and she was so quiet, so confident after the match. In myself, I was thinking that she is ready for Olympic medal. Winning gold for Nora, if you was asking me before Olympics, I don't know, I was not sure, but I was sure that Nora is in a good way to win medal. And when you are semi-final or final, you know there is 1 to 3% of the difference between the athletes. So if I'm in a good day, in a good shape, in a good performance, Nora can win everybody. And I think there was some 4 or 5 girls who can make the same, but Nora was in a good day. And Nora, in every match, was really good, well prepared, very confident. And she surprised all over the world with the good judo. And in the end, the final match was showing something else. Nora stopped the action in which for sure she get Vasari, because she explained me after the match, final match. I said to her, why you did stop? Yeah, she was in dangerous situation. I saw her, and immediately if you look the video, you see her hands going up, because she didn't want to push her on her head, neck, and make Vasari 100%. But she stopped immediately, but was a decision of the referees that she was in a very bad position, and they punished the French athlete, which is not my desire. I always want to win with Vasari Ippon or something, which is also attractive for the people to see. But you know, the rules in judo are like this. So in the end, Nora became Olympic champion, the third one for Kosovo. For Distria, my opinion was that Distria is our biggest hope for medal. Because the group in which Distria was, let's say, in my opinion, was 90% going to final. Because in my head was always that triathlete was favorites for gold medal. Distria, Bilodid, and Japanese girl. It was also the girl from Mongolia from which Distria lost in the World Championships. But Distria was not in a good shape, Distria was tired. We was doing strong training in that time, and she couldn't be in that time in a good shape, not good agility, not good power, many things. And we was, after the World Championships, well preparing for this Mongolian girl. Because other girls, as I saw, I said, okay, 99% semi-final, then you should fight the Mongolian girl, she's strong. And we was preparing for her 1 month, 100%, for all details against her. And I was confident that Distria can go to final. Let's say, first day was very important for me as a coach. And then it happens, she was really good in all her matches, from the first match, the second, and also in semi-final. And from other side, we was expecting Japanese or Bilodid, and it happens. Let's say that 48 category was, predictions was 100%, as I was thinking, that it was the same podium, Distria, Japanese, Bilodid, and Mongolia in the end. So not a big surprises in this category. Normally was Danger, the judoka from France, who was not seeded, but I think in the case of her, she's quite young, and first Olympics, and I think the big pressure on her, you know, France is a big country, and when you go in Olympics, they are expecting medal from you. And I think maybe this pressure for her was too big, because she was young, and better for us. she lost in the first match, I think, against some girl from Serbia. So in the end, it was not a big surprise. So I was expecting the medal from Distria. Well, when we was in a warm-up area, I was talking to Distria, and she told me in the morning some important sentence. And she told me, I feel myself today like we are fighting in Judo for Peace. And Judo for Peace is some tournament which we have in our city every year. And it's a tournament in which are coming few countries around. Not a big tournament, you know, it's just more fun and just friendship. And the name is Judo for Peace. And we established this tournament just because of the war in Balkan, and to try to bring some countries around and have some competition. And she told me this. I said, yes, it's okay, but anyway, some small stress is better than to be 100% relaxed. I was scared when she told me, I don't like when some of my competitor is 100% with a big stress, it's not good. But some small stress is not bad, because then you are more ready to react in everything. And when she told me this, I was not feeling good, and I was trying her to push a little bit, because I was afraid that maybe she's sleepy. But after the first fight, I saw that she is good. She is confident. In the second fight, she fought against Taipei, which was surprisingly coming in the quarterfinal. And I didn't know her very well, but in the time when she had to fight between first and the quarterfinal, I was exploring a lot about this girl from Thailand, and of course I saw the matches she won before, and we established some kind of tactics against her, and it works. And this is, in the morning she was so cool, was surprisingly so cool, because normally, if you compare Mylinda and Distria before big competitions, till Olympics, Mylinda was always growing up, and Distria sometimes in some big competitions, maybe because of kilograms, I don't know, but was not so strong as in other competitions. For example, Masters, she won 3 times, and many other Grand Slam, Grand Prix. But, for example, World Championships, not a good performance as usually. So this is what I was a little bit afraid for Distria in the Olympic Games, but it was totally different. She was in that day some crazy Distria. So really, she was feeling like that, and she told me, and in the end it results like she was competing in some small competition, and the results is crazy. Well, Nora is, as a judoka, in her head like this. She don't go too much up and down. She's really professional in this matter. And always it's important for me as a coach to reflect with my positive energy. It was not easy, because Distria was here, and then my Linda, she kicked me down. It was not easy for me to go up again and start working with Nora and motivate her. But I managed it, because if I was trying to be cool in the front of them. I was trying to feel myself confident in the front of them, because, you know, the athletes is always looking at the coach. How is the coach reacting? How is he doing? What is he? Because, for example, Nora, before the semi-final, she was thinking that I don't care what will happen with the Japanese. And she saw the Japanese girl in the front of 6, 7 coaches, too much sparring partners, you know, and she was a little bit worried. And I was sitting with my Linda. It was an interesting situation. And we was looking for some 4 or 5 fights which Nora had with the Japanese. And I invite my Linda, I said to her, look, I need your help. I need your help to tell me if you are thinking same as me about what kind of way to follow Nora against Japanese. And Nora was warming up, and I think it was maybe 15 minutes before going to the match, and Nora was angry on me. She looked at me and she said, come here, what are you doing? I have to fight with Japanese. Look at her. 6, 7 coaches are speaking with her. I said to her, relax, don't worry. Warm up, and in 5 minutes I come to you. And then when I go to her, she was still angry. I said, look, it's 1 hour. We are looking on the matches against Japanese before, and I invite my Linda to help me, because sometimes, you know, as a coach, you don't feel confident for some things. And then when I came to her, I came with the exact things what I'm thinking. And during the match, I was so noisy. Maybe in this match, I was noisy more than all other matches. And I pushed her to work back, not front. And in the end, it happens. I was all the match saying just one thing. Just one thing. And I told her, you cannot throw her in this direction. You can throw her in these directions. And we work on that also in the training many times. And when we saw these matches, analyzing, I had my opinion what to do. But in the end, I wanted my Linda just to say me, to hear her. Oh, okay, I said, look, this is my opinion, but please, I need just to say to me that this is your opinion too. And when we was looking for 1 hour. In this period was Nora's problems with me. And when my Linda said, yes, I think it's right, because my Linda's head is not the head of everybody. She's top athlete, and with a lot of good thinking about opponents. So in the end, it results. And Nora was really confident in this match, and I was also so confident. I was always speaking one thing, and I was not becoming angry or doing some things which are not good for coaches, which we used to do many times when we have some strong matches, especially semi-finals are always very important. So Nora is, as a person, good. in the day of competition, she is always doing what is necessary to do, and I don't need to push her. And in her head, she is strong. You know, she don't have too much. In Distria, sometimes. In my linga, sometimes. But Nora is always like this. So when she is preparing for competition day, she is in a good mood, let's say, and very stable.